Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 2nd. We are going to jump right in here, Scorpio, and we are going to see what comes up for you. We're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row. We're going to take a look at anything unexpected that could be coming in for you in your second row. And then we're going to look at any messages from your guides and your ancestors in your last row. I'm also going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end, and I will give you time to think of your questions. But Scorpio, let's see what we have going on for you. This is a really good reading here, Scorpio, so definitely looks like it's going to be a good week for you. But let's see here. You start off with the Two of Swords. I feel like you have a choice to make. You have the Lovers as well. Pretty much all 3 water signs have had something about it, some sort of choice to make here. Two of Swords is normally the lady, and she has like new lands behind her. She really needs to decide to go to those new lands. She needs to turn around, and she needs to see the lands that are behind her. And these new lands are, it's a place that she has never been before, but there could be like really good stuff on the other side of these new lands. You even have this gateway card, the world. It's like everything in this reading is like saying cross the water. Again, normally there's a lady, she's sitting here and there's water behind her. If she just took her blindfold off, she would see that she could easily walk out into the water and get to the new lands. You have the Lovers, the 10 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups here. Again, walking away from something that no longer serves you, or again, walking towards new lands with this card. The 10 of Wands is like just saying, like, where you are, maybe you have been burdened, or maybe where you are has been a burden for too long. And that's probably why you're making this change, so that you can release some burdens. I almost feel like it's saying something is going to be much better than expected. I feel like in times like this, and especially with you having the World card here, the World to me can represent being stuck in the squeeze. It can say that you are being reborn into a new world, which could be just be like you getting a new job, or you. But this is an improvement with the Sun here as well. So it's like you could be being reborn into a new world where you're getting a new job, that's better, or maybe you're getting a new relationship. Maybe it's everything, right? It's like maybe you're literally moving somewhere where you're going to have a better life. But it's like, I think people don't realize it's like with the world, we can be stuck in the squeeze, meaning we could be experiencing an uncomfortable time. So it's like maybe the past few weeks, months, or whatever, or years even, have been very uncomfortable for you. But it's kind of like we have to go through that to be popped out the other side. And that's really what this reading is saying to me. I feel like you're about to step through this gateway. So, right now, things might be a burden. Things might seem like they suck with the 10 of Wands, but it's like you're about to enter into this new world is what I feel like this reading is saying. So I definitely like to see that for you, Scorpio. But let's see here, Scorpio. Where's this going? You have the 4 of Pentacles here. Yeah, I wouldn't hold on too tightly to the past. You have the King of Swords here, and the King of Wands as well. Very interesting. King of Swords, like what I'm getting here, I said this to you. Like in your August reading, I think in general, Scorpio, it's almost like you're completely stepping into a new energy here. I feel like you're making a change to the point where you yourself are making a significant change. It's almost like I see 2 different people in my head, but it's you, I feel like you're going from like being one type of person to another. It's kind of like a weird message I'm getting here, Scorpio, but this is a good thing. I do like some of you literally could be changing the clothes you wear. You could be changing the way you look in some way here. Why is this important? Because again, I feel like it's almost like you're fitting into an energy, and I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your August reading, where it's like you're going from one energy to another, and that message is continuing here in your current general energies, and it does seem like it is the dominant energy for you in the entire reading, where it's like you're going from one energy to another. This is a good thing because it's going to lead to a lot of strength and good things coming in for you. There could also definitely be love coming in for you here. Lovers, Page of Cups to the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is good because it's like something permanent that is going to be entering into your life. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have the Beaver Spirit. This card says, lay a solid foundation. Where are you laying a solid foundation, Scorpio? Well, could be love. So for some of you, the thing that is unexpectedly entering into your life at this time definitely could be a relationship with the Page of Cups. For those of you, by the way, for those of you who are in a relationship currently, it's almost like you could be rebuilding the relationship or improving upon it, which would be great. So if you're in a relationship, I'm definitely getting a message here of like strengthening the relationship. It's like things are going to be improving greatly in a relationship that you're already in if you happen to be in a relationship. So I really like to see that for you as well, Scorpio. Again, you have the King of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Like this is improvements, I feel, on this Wheel of Fortune. I'm pretty sure all three water signs had the Wheel of Fortune as well. Wheel of Fortune, you know, is the wheel turning in your favor. So I feel that there are like major improvements coming in for you with the Wheel of Fortune. And I also feel like it is talking about a turnaround where things are getting better in a situation, especially if you're in a relationship. For others, if you're not in a relationship, that's fine too, because clearly I feel this could be a person who is entering into your life. Wheel of Fortune is like your destiny. The Page of Cups is a love offer, and the King of Swords, I feel, is just saying that it could be a very mature person who is coming in for you here. Again, King of Swords could be someone older than you, doesn't have to be, and again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. I feel like it's just talking about the energy of the person, so, you know, they can be whatever you're attracted to. I feel like they're just very mature. I feel like they carry themselves in a mature way. I feel like this is a person who takes care of themselves, someone who's focused on growth, someone who's focused on laying a solid foundation as well. It's like they don't want to just build a relationship. It's like they want something solid. King of Pentacles, again, is having a desire for something permanent. So that's the type of love that I feel like you're attracting into your life. Let's see where this is going. You have the Two of Pentacles here. For those of you, for some of you, this is a choice. So some of you, maybe you don't want love. I always tell people, it's like people always leave comments, I don't want love. And when love shows up in a reading, I'm like, that's fine. But sometimes love just shows up. It's like, even if you don't want it, it's like the universe is saying, you can have this or not. It's definitely your choice. So I feel for some of you, this is a choice. You have the Four of Swords here. Some of you might still be healing from a past relationship. Totally understandable. So, take your time to heal. And you have the Five of Wands here as well. This is like a new adventure. Page of Cups is getting an offer for the... I did feel a little bit of resistance here. That's why I was saying that with the Two of Pentacles, where it's kind of like you have a choice. So if this is love, I feel like you have a choice to go on the adventure. Five of Wands is kind of like inviting chaos into your life. It's like saying, maybe you have a routine, right? And you're like, if I allow a person into my life, is it going to make my life more chaotic? That's a legitimate question, number one, Scorpio. It's like, that is something that I think is a good question to ask, right? And, especially if you have a certain, especially if you're finding success and life is going well, it's like, that is a legitimate question to ask. And I feel like you need to ask that question. The thing with the Five of Wands is like, yeah, it's a card of conflict and competition, but it's also a card of rewards as well. These people, they are training. They are learning how to fight. They are not necessarily just fighting to fight. So for a lot of you, I call this card Indiana Jones. To me, it is a card of conflict and competition. It is a card of going through on some sort of, crazy adventure. But there is a reward with the Five of Wands. You receive rewards with the Five of Wands. And I feel like you need to understand that if you go through something, it's like you will be rewarded for it. The Page of Cups, again, if you're not looking for love, this, I do feel like unexpectedly, because again, this is the area of the unexpected. There could be like an opportunity to move, travel, to go through a gateway. But again, what I feel like you need to realize is that there's going to be a little bit of a squeeze, and this is not a bad thing. It's like everything we want is on the other side of something we've never done before. I truly believe that. But it's like usually nothing, I always say you get the best views at the top of the mountain, right? So it's like, why not climb a mountain? And I get that feeling for you here, where it's like maybe there's a job, but maybe you're going to have to like save your money and move. And, that could be a little bit of a challenge. But at the same time, it's like maybe the job is so much better and it's going to increase your quality of living so much that it's worth it. So, like, I just want to encourage you, with this row here and even here in the area of messages from your guides, you have this gateway card here, and there's like a freaking unicorn on this card here. So it's like something in your life is significantly better. It's like, it's a unicorn. There's like, we look at unicorns as these mythical, beautiful beasts, right? So it's like there's something that's like so much better than what you've been experiencing. And I feel like your guides are really like encouraging you, cheering you on, saying like, move in this direction, do this. And so like, what are you doing? Well, it's going to be different for all of you, but you're clearly making a change. The world. Again, I feel the world is a card of an accomplishment. It's like sometimes I think we, can stay at the finish line too long, and it's like time to, get ready for the next race. And that's what this reading is saying to me, is like I feel like you're at the finish line. Maybe you have a successful business. Maybe you reached a certain level in your career or in your job. But I feel like your guides are saying, hey, like there's more to your story. And that's what this reading is really saying to me, is like there's more to your story, Scorpio. There's more for you to do. There's more for you to accomplish. There's like new directions for you to go in here. And it's going to lead to a lot of happiness, success, excitement. You have the world, the sun, and the King of Pentacles. Damn, Scorpio. I love getting something like the Sun with the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles to me can be a little bit boring, but at the same time, with the Sun here, it's basically saying you are creating permanent happiness. King of Pentacles is the card of permanence. So it's like whatever change you're making is going to be permanent, and that's also what you need to realize. Sometimes I feel with the Five of Wands, it's like we could be making a change in our lives, but it's like we've made so many changes before that it's like this isn't going to last, So it's like you could be changing relationships, but it's like maybe you've just been living the same old story. I feel like your guides are kind of encouraging you here, saying, no, this change that you're making is going to be permanent. It's going to be something that lasts. It's going to be something that makes you very happy. I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in for you here, Scorpio, and that's like something that you need to realize. And again, I feel there's like a very unique situation that you're being guided towards here. Yeah, you have the Two of Swords again. So Two of Swords, again, going to new lands. I feel like this reading is saying go through it, climb the mountain, or just, I don't even think this is going to be a mountain. I feel like this is going to be something easy where you're just making a transition, easily. You have the Seven of Wands here. Again, I love the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's like a card of defending your position at the top of a hill, but it really says, like, I really feel once you reach the top, the sun, it's like you are going to be maintaining that place. So, again, for some of you, this could be a solid relationship, and it's just saying you will be maintaining that relationship. You will be staying in that energy right here. For others, it could be a business, a successful business or something else. And I feel like this is just saying you will be maintaining that space, and you're going to stay there. And that's, the good news. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, damn. I feel like your fortunes are changing big time. Again, very similar to the Pisces reading. If you have Pisces in your chart, I would definitely watch that. It was a little different, but for you, their reading was like a little bit more about kind of like a change in their destiny. I don't really feel like your destiny is necessarily changing here. I feel that the Wheel of Fortune is more just talking about a turnaround, in the sense that it's like referring to improvements in your life. Like your life is going to be improving significantly with this Wheel of Fortune. And that's kind of like what I feel here. We're going to pull, I love it, definitely a lot of happiness as well. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards. If you don't have 3 questions, that's fine. I'm going to put all 3 together as kind of like a personal-ish reading here at the end. But for question number 1, I would say no. You have the Two of Swords 3 times in your reading. I do feel like saying don't stay stuck where you are. I don't really feel like this is a yes or a no. I feel like whatever you're asking, this is saying don't stay stuck. So if you're thinking about making a change, then yes. For question number 2, I would say yes, 3 of Cups. So definitely a lot of happiness with the 3 of Cups. And for question number 3, I would say no, Devil. I feel like this is something you need to separate yourself away from. I do feel it would be important for you, like with these cards, to maybe work with other people. So if you're working on like a business or a job or something, I feel like working with other people would be very beneficial. I do feel like this is saying just avoid toxic things in general. Again, Pisces had a similar reading, and they also had something about needing to be very careful of like toxic substances and all that other stuff. I feel like this reading is really talking about kind of the fact that you are becoming like a new person. And I feel like this change that you're going to be making is maybe, again, pushing you through like a very narrow tunnel. I have no other way to say it. So it's like you might be feeling the squeeze at this time, Scorpio, but I feel like this tunnel is like you're about to pop out the other side into this beautiful new world. So amazing reading, Scorpio. Definitely very positive changes. So thank you for being here, Scorpio. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. But thank you, Scorpio, and definitely enjoy your week.